God, you've returned. Designing Riven, it's like any other creative endeavor. You sit down with a blank piece of paper, you brain dump onto it, and you throw away most of it, and some of it sticks.
The very first thing we did with Riven was design the whole gameplay of the entire world, which is basically just a blueprint of the puzzles that the player will find throughout the environment. We really made an attempt to try and think of those puzzles as part of the environment rather than just some sort of arbitrary Rubik's Cube that you encounter along the way.
Obviously it starts exactly where Myst left off, and from there it all changes. The story itself, we've been real hesitant to reveal too much of it. It'd be like telling someone that Darth Vader was Luke's father. It kind of ruins the movie. We don't want to do that. We want people to be really impressed and get the rewards they deserve for waiting for 4 years.
The player can go anywhere they want to go in this world. They can look at anything and turn in any direction. And because of that, we have to build a space in the computers that is fully dimensional and complete in every direction.
It's basically like setting up a movie set. We have the entire room set up with all of our lights and our cameras so that we can take basically pictures of that room inside the room from any angle that we want.
On top of that then, we have so many different states for the elements in that space. For example, you could be looking at a wall and a door could be open, or the door could be closed, or a handle beside the door could be pulled towards you or away from you, and it just goes on and on and on and on. The complexity is immense, and I think that's something people will never realize when they're playing the game. They'll just take for granted that it's a place, it's a real place, and that's what we want them to think.
Every object, even down to the smallest bolt on an object, we have a picture that represents what that bolt should look like, what type of metal it is, if it has stains on it. We went into so much detail to create these realistic looking textures for each individual object.
The mag car in the outline form of the game was just a footbridge, but when we got to actually solving that problem for real, we asked ourselves, how do we get people from A to B in the most interesting way possible? So we eventually wound up with the mag car, which is basically just like a deluxe horizontal elevator.
We had the luxury of not just 2 people doing artwork, but teams of people, and not just having Macs to do it on, but having XGI workstations. Instead of one person doing sound, we had teams of people doing sound. From the smallest picture to the largest movie, any little bit and piece that we could tell a story with, we did. We've spent 4 years working on this thing. Putting this all together was a monumental task. Almost 5,000 pictures and 3 hours of QuickTime, hour and whatever of music and sound and astronomical amount of data.
But the best feeling of all comes at the very end when you get to watch people wander through the environment. You get to see their reaction. You finally get to see how all those things that you designed, all the complexity that you put into this environment and just hoped it would work, it comes together and it works. And that's just, there's nothing like that.